How'd you end up like that, anyway?
I fell into a vat of electric eels.
You're kidding. I fell into a super collider.
Gotta be careful where you fall.
There's no loyalty amongst thieves. It's a lot of dynamite you do.
Having supervillains explain how they became supervillains to each other is hilarious. It's just so funny because it's so ridiculous.
I love the idea of putting a bunch of rogue villains together and just watching them meet each other and hang out and talk. Like, it's just, I've never really seen that. It was just thinking about what would be fun to see, visual combinations that you never thought you would see. Who are these guys? How great would it be to see Alfred Molina again? Get to see Willem Dafoe without the mask. Having Jamie get to come in and make him not blue.
You make me sick.
Leave me alone.
Hiding in the shadows.
Norman Osborn, Green Goblin is just like, I mean, to see him work when we're on the set, gods don't choose, we take. And you go like, oh, shit. And that cackle, I was like, oh, I mean, that's real. You know, I forgot I was in the movie. I'm sitting there with my popcorn like, this motherfucker's good.
Willem is just fearless, and Willem doesn't give a flying whatever. I'm doing this. He's just like so unself-conscious as an actor, just totally free, and that's the dream.
It's one of the most surreal experiences I've ever had in my life. When he becomes the Goblin, he is terrifying. And in the rehearsal, he starts doing the laugh, and he's saying all of this different stuff about how much he hates Peter Parker, and we're doing this fight scene, and I just became like a 5-year-old kid again, watching him in the theater.
Hello, Peter.
Hi. Alfred was blown away by the advancement in technology. When he made Spider-Man 2, his arms were puppets. He had 4 or 5 guys moving him around at a time.
Alfred, you know, as Octo is just, to watch him work, he's so funny. Once they say cut, I mean, bro, the jokes and everything like that is just like nonstop.
Is that 40 with a GH or?
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, roll it.
But when he gets into his bag, and he plays an interesting character to where you feel like he's conflicted. Like he, out of all of us, seems like, yo, I want to maybe live a regular life, go to a club or something.
What's up, Peter? How you like the new?
Jamie, he's so inventive, he's so creative. He has the crew laughing constantly. He's a great storyteller, and he's the complete character.
The sequence where he thinks that Andrew was going to be black, like, that's all just Jamie improvising. That's not written.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. There's got to be a black Spider-Man somewhere out there.
And it adds so much humor and so much love and life that I would work with Jamie Foxx on anything. Honestly, I love the man so much.
Electro's waiting on something to break so he can say, oh, let me get in, let me get mine. So that sets the table for something very interesting. All of those villains in an apartment that Peter takes him to, I mean, that's like smoking a cigarette at the gas station, pumping the gas, you know? So it's an exciting thing.
Oh, my God. What have you done?
I liked you better before.
In this film, there's some good old-fashioned fighting. Punching, kicking, to the body stuff. I'm still not admitting that I'm too long in the tooth to do this stuff, so I still enjoy doing it. So to do this physical stuff was important to me.
He is still in incredible shape. He phoned me up prior to this movie and was like, I just want to let you know, I want to do as much as possible. And he was just a trooper. He has a pretty intense, high-energy fight scene with Tom.
It's unbelievable to see his dedication and how hard he worked to bring that same Green Goblin back that we saw in the first Spider-Man. That's just so mean and so violent.
You tried to fix me. Now, I'm gonna fix you.
I was so impressed with him and just his ability to have that kind of energy during something like that.
I got that Tony Stark shit. When they showed me the previews of what they were accomplishing, I mean, it's the spectacle, that type of thing.
He did absolutely phenomenal stuff, you know, up and around on blue screen.
Shooting those is absolutely amazing. When they put you on those strings and fly you around is great.
Catch! Alfred Molina, because he moves around on the legs so much, we had him in a harness for 90% of the time that he was working with us. I felt so bad for him. Every time he saw one of the stunt guys, he was like, oh no, have I got to get back in the harness again?
Once the tentacles are there, there's going to be all this kinetic movement and things are going to be smashing. But if you look at just me, all I'm doing is this. Yeah. I'm like leaning in.
It's basically like you're hitting him in the face with your elbow.
Yeah. We were doing a huge fight scene with Tom. He's diving off things, he's doing flips, he's doing back somersaults, he's smashing into cars and then doing a roll. And I'm just kind of going, Tom.
I really take my hat off to them. And it was a very sad day when it was their last day, for sure.
There's so many great actors that have been in these movies, and to be able to bring them all together and to find a way to finish their storylines maybe in a different way. They're all sort of the victims of accidents, of technological mistakes. To use that as an entry point to telling a story about the idea of second chances, it took a second, but eventually it all clicked.